After the sad 1 week break of the Jujutsu Kaisen manga, we are back with chapter 181. As I really expected, the big freeway battle is now over with Yuta defeating everyone. However, Ryu and the Sky Lady are still alive or have been spared by Yuta. I wasn't sure whether he was going to do that, but considering the rule allowing them to give their points and no clarification about them dying, it was pretty safe to say they were going to survive, and yes they have. Maybe they'll return at some point later in the arc to help Yuta out, similar to how I believe Higuruma will return to help Yuji out at some point later in the arc. So they're more so building allies as the culling games have gone on, while also killing a few people, but this new rule is allowing them to spare quite a few people. Something interesting touched upon around the start of the chapter is Ryu potentially seeing Sukuna in the past. We know he's not a current day sorcerer, so he may have been from the same time as Sukuna. This is what he said. This is of course talking to Yuta. "You're the one who will reach your limit. I've seen it all before." Important. "Sorcerers, cursed spirits, it doesn't matter. The only ones who are able to transcend beyond being merely strong are those with an overwhelming sense of self and a complete disregard for others, natural disasters," and we see fully unleashed Sukuna in the panel there, which is of course always hype to see. We got, I believe, the volume cover or art piece of Sukuna, whatever it was, we got that officially confirmed, and this is pretty much the exact same image here. So Ryu having an interaction with Sukuna in the past, potentially fighting him and getting rolled, that could be something pretty interesting that may have happened, but just seeing Sukuna is always hype, and I can't wait for him to be unleashed at some point during this arc. But from there, we get it revealed that Yuta also had a conversation with the Sky Lady, that she's still alive. So again, we don't actually see that in this chapter, but she'll most likely return at some point in the future. But Yuta does say she won't listen to him, but yeah, I think she'll end up making a grand return to help Yuta out at some point. They get notified about the rule that was added about being able to transfer points. Of course, Yuta was able to get the Sky Lady's points, and now he also got Ryu's points. With some pretty dark undertones here, Ryu questions whether he would have actually killed them if it wasn't for this rule, and he just smiles at them saying, "You should thank my friends for that." So yeah, Yuta would have absolutely killed him. Pause. If you're a fan of Jujutsu Kaisen, make sure to hit that subscribe button. That's what I provide on this channel. Now back to the video. Surprisingly, it seems we have Kasumi arriving to where Yuta is. Didn't really see that coming whatsoever. And the two panels seem to have kinda a ominous feel to them, with her just slowly stepping and we don't actually get to see her face. So if she is actually walking towards Yuta and Ryu here, I get the sense that she's going to attack Yuta or attack Ryu for some reason. Let me know your thoughts on that down below. But Yuta now has 200 points, also the points he got from that old man he clapped and the cockroach he also clapped. So Yuta acquiring those dubs. Now we finally cut to Hikari with the introduction of a new character. A French manga author by the name of Charles. A fairly decent design, with it being confirmed that he's a culling game player. It seems he came from France to Japan for the whole manga industry and everything like that, and due to everything that's going on, that's ruined it for him. We see a conversation between him and Hikari. I feel as though this will be a warmer fight for Hikari, as we know this character that was introduced however many chapters ago is also in this colony, and the person Hikari is planning to take out. This person is most likely the powerhouse of this colony, and Hikari's big fight will most likely occur against that person. So similar to Yuta, he may just have like a little warm-up fight against this person, maybe one or two others, to actually display his abilities, as we don't know his curse technique or really anything about him apart from statements and him beating up a Yuji who wasn't fighting back. As you know, according to Gojo alongside Yuta, he's one of the characters that may potentially surpass him. We do have statements from Yuta that he believes Hikari is stronger than him, but is that the case? We don't really know. In that exact panel, we have Maki pointing out that Yuta was being modest in that situation. But for what we know, Hikari is an absolute monster, and we're finally going to get that displayed, which I'm personally very hyped for. But regarding their conversation, we have Hikari talking some shit to the Charles dude, calling him a disgusting otaku, which is pretty funny, with the final panel showing Charles actually crying, saying, "Why'd you have to say something so awful?" Which, man, was kind of asking to be enraged, but whatever. Hikaru's an absolute mad lad. Can't wait to see where this fight goes and his abilities. I don't think this Charles guy will be too much trouble, but I could be mistaken. Maybe he's an absolute beast. We'll have to wait until next chapter, where doesn't seem to be on break. So next week, chapter 182, Hikaru's fight with Charles. Cannot wait. That should be everything for today's video. Check out the other stuff in the description. Shout out to the Patreon mad lads. But yep, that's it guys. Peace.